What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to episode 21 of our Olympique Lyonnais FM19 save. And of course, back again with two more games today, one being in the Champions League, the other is in the league campaign. Both games very important. Of course, we need to beat Valencia to ensure that we have a chance of going through to the last 16. And of course, Marseille is always a big game, it's a big derby, and we'd want to see ourselves go top of the table. We're sitting 3 points behind Bordeaux, so we want to, eradicate that gap. Hopefully they drop points and we can jump above them. I was actually just looking at the league table. One astounding fact really is that Marseille are in 10th, but their goal difference is 15, which is actually one of the better goal differences in the league. Now let's have a quick look, see how they've done this. They've scored 29 and conceded 14, so they've scored the 5th most goals and conceded the 3rd least, so that's actually pretty astounding stuff. Hopefully, if they find their feet, they could be climbing up the table very, very quickly. I do also want to quickly apologise for the lack of videos lately. I know I said I get a video out every day. I do daily content, but with Christmas coming around, around the corner, and living on your own, living with your partner, it's just, you got to make sacrifices. You got to go Christmas shopping, food shopping. You got to put up all the decorations, all of that. So I just haven't even been at my computer the last sort of 2-3 days. So apologies for no videos, but they should be back to normal now. But let's stop waffling, let's stop wasting time. Let's hop into this Valencia game and hopefully grab all 3 points. Like I said, let's have a quick look at the Champions League group actually before we head into this. As you see, we are bottom, 4 points out of 4 games. Elsewhere it's Roma with 7, Man City 6, Valencia 6 as well. So a win today will put us on to 7 points, and that could bode well for us. We could be on level 1 points with Roma if Man City beat them. If Roma beat Man City, we can go above them. If we win today, we'll go above Valencia. So it's all looking good. It's all looking promising. So I guess let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We, of course, have to perform today and get the 3 points before I start having these scenarios in our head. But the group's very open. If everyone beats everyone, it could the table could change dramatically. Of course, we have a very good head-to-head record against Roma. So if we're tied on points with them, we definitely go above them. Valencia beat us 3-0 in the first leg, so if we can top that, we then have a better head-to-head record with them as well. So it could just come down to our head-to-head against City. So it's all crazy in our group, really. It's all very crazy. It's all very surreal. It's all kicking off. So I'm confident we can win. We are the favourites, which is good. Their form's maybe a little bit better than ours, but we haven't lost in 5, whereas they have. So take that how you will. We're apparently the favourites. Being at home, I guess, that makes sense. Makes sense for us to be the favourites. Let's have a quick look at the lineup. I will apologise as well. I'm actually still a little bit ill. I'm still a bit sniffly, so I try not to sniffle into the mic too much, but it may occur throughout the episode. So be warned if you don't want to hear any sniffles. Maybe crank the volume down a little bit. But I'm pretty happy with this. I'm going to bring on Dubois. He's unhappy. I want to give him some playing time. I will bring him on, and I think for now, there's Terrier. Come on, how are the fitness up top? Not that great, but Fekir and Depay both have green ratings into the high 7, well, not high 7s, but 7.3s. I don't think it's worth bringing Terrier on. Hussein performs a bit better, so I'm going to leave it as it is for now. I'm actually going to change to start on Dombele, but I'm going to leave that lineup, and we're going to hop into this game. And hopefully, like I said, grab all 3 points. That's what we're here to do today. That's what we're hunting for. Here's their lineup. A rigid 4-4-2 could bode well for us. Neto, Was, Murillo, Garay, Escudero. They have Guedes, Kondogbia, Parejo, Sola, with Rodrigo Gamero up top. So very solid lineup for them. Kondogbia and Parejo will be looking to control the midfield. Guedes, very strong player as well. Valued at 40 million, basically 41 million. So we have to keep him quiet, but rigid 4-4-2 I think works well for us. I think we can capitalise that very well. I think it's all looking good so far, but of course they have a very solid team, so we can't underestimate them. And let's hop into this. We're in the white, they're in the navy, and we get the ball underway with Memphis Depay. Hopefully we can start strong. If we can grab an early goal, that would be great. But they're on the attack actually. Gamero looking for Guedes, and Dubois caught napping, and Rodrigo, and it's nearly an early goal for Valencia from a Dubois didn't even really move there, so he's nervous. I play because he's unhappy and doesn't seem to be pulling his socks up just right now. So we'll keep an eye on him. We could always switch Dallo back in, but hopefully that's a bit of a wake up call. Elsewhere, El Shaarawy has scored for Roma, so Man City I think dropped down into 3rd as things stand. I really am really bunged up, so if my voice sounds different, I do apologise, but I don't really want to sit here quietly, so I will try and commentate the most I can. Memphis on the ball now, sloppy pass. So opening stages, we aren't looking too fantastic, it must be said. Gamero comes away now to Sola. Whips a far ball to Guedes, lovely touch. And he's walked it into the net. He hasn't even shot, he's walked it into the net. I'm all bunged up. Terrible. What's going on there? I just had to clear my throat. Apologies if you heard that. But look at this. Cross into Guedes. And he just literally walks it into the net. Walks it around our keeper. And the £40 million man has put Valencia 1-0 up. And that's doom and gloom for us. If things finish like this, we cannot go through to the last 16. Despite being finalists last year, we would be at best heading to the Europa League. So, elsewhere, Gamero's through. Is it 2-0? It's luckily not. Danea scrambles it clear from after a double save from Lopez. We're on the attack now. Mendy, Dombele, heads it down to Toussaint. Lovely touch. Back to Dombele. Has a little pop shot. That's very close. That's more like it from us. I'd like to, I don't mind us being, aggressive and missing a few opportunities, but we need to at least have those chances. Right now, we've been dominated a little bit. It's been all Valencia. As I said, as things stand, the best we could achieve is an Europa League, spot. As our record's awful, 1-1-3. So Man United really set us back actually when they beat us last year, because we haven't really looked the same in Europe ever since. So they're actually on the attack again here. Valencia, Escudero runs to the byline. Lovely tackle from Memphis. It's good to see him doing some defensive work. Let's see if he can get the counter going. Fakir, he's in behind. Lovely touch, lovely finish, and it's 1-1, and that's what we needed. We need another goal. I think this revitalises us. This gives us a bit more hope. Sixth goal of the season for him, who sent with a lovely ball. Look at this. Memphis does brilliant defensive work. Lovely through ball over the top. He's in behind. Lovely touch, and like I've said many times now, like 40, 50 times now, Fakir does not miss from that, that region, that position, that spot, that chance. He doesn't miss it. So we are back in the game. Let's have a look. Yes, we can still go through. It's very unlikely, but it's still possible if we do beat Man City and Roma beat Valencia. Mendy now. Bounces off Pineda, I think that is. So Gamero can break away. Can he find a lovely ball upon Gracic? Lovely positioning. Cuts that out. Toussaint now. Into Mendy. Fakir over the top to Hussein this time. So they've roles reversed. Goes for a chip, and why would he do that? He's gone for a chip and wasted chance there. Some big wasted chance. And it's still 1-1. Looks like it's going to be 1-1 heading into half time. So we still have our hope. The goal difference is all so close. Like from 1 to -1 is literally the goal difference in this group. Everyone's beating everyone. Everyone's taking points of one another. Very entertaining group. It may not be the group of death, but I think in terms of actually group B's very close as well. Leipzig just been dominated. As Dombele Dubar clears only as far as Murillo actually, is it? Oh, and Fakir, lovely work. Highlight ends there. But yeah, Group B is actually very entertaining as well. Leipzig just dominated. They've only scored 1 goal, but the other 3 teams all beating each other by the looks of things. So yeah, group's also very entertaining. But I do think ours is the most entertaining. I think Memphis on attack. I need to stop talking about the group maybe, but yeah, it's all very close. Only 5 points between top and bottom. That could still change if Man City get another goal. That will all change the shape of this group as well. Guedes in behind, whips the ball across to Gamero, lovely cut out, and we get very lucky there. Scrambled away. Memphis now dropping very deep today. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Toussaint into Fakir. Over to Hussein, lovely touch, burst into the box, and he scored! I didn't think that was going to go in. He's P-rolled it along the floor, it's bounced off the inside of the post, and it's gone into the back of the net, and we're 2-1 up against Valencia. Toussaint, look at this, into Fakir, lovely ball over the top, lovely control, P-roller, placed perfectly off the inside of the post, into the back of the net, and we're 2-1 up, we're up to second. As things stand, we are going through. This is what I mean, 4 points between top and bottom now. Of course, those bottom 2 teams can't top the group, but everyone has a chance of going through. Memphis, free kick, what a goal. 3-1 now, his 9th of the season. He's come into form today. Elsewhere, Man City grab one back against Roma. But look at this, lovely free kick. Keeper should do a little bit better, I think, but I'm taking that all day, every day. 3-1 here. So I think their head-to-head actually is still a little bit better. I think even if we win 4-1, they'd be better on away goals. So I think we have to win 5-1 to have a better head-to-head than Valencia, which, let's see if that happens. We're banging them in at the minute, so you never really know. As Memphis going to chase down Murillo here. Apply some nice pressure. Neto now, panicking, not looking too comfortable in net as things stand. Dubois. Kondogbia a bit reckless. Plays an ambitious ball to Fekir, who gets on the end of it. Lovely touch outside of the post or netting. And it's out for a goal kick. I'm actually going to bring on Dalot because I'm not too happy with Dubois this game. I think Dalot may be able to help boost us. I'm going to bring on Sander Berg as well. He's a bit of a machine in the midfield. I think he can really help tame Kondogbia and Parejo. But Hussein here bounces onto a lucky rebound. It's out for a corner. I think I might actually bring Terrier on as well. Let's have a look. Oh, what's happened here? Okay, I'm going to cancel this. No. Wait, what's happened here? Oh, we've scored. I'm trying to do tactics. The game's running in the background. We've scored from a corner. Denea from a Fekir corner. One thing I never thought I'd see. We all know how bad his corners have been this year. I'm going to discard changes at Fekir. Let's watch this replay. Whips it in. Just easy corners. That classic corner. Denea on the end of it. 4-1. So we have equalled their 3-0 win. But again, on away goals, I think their head-to-head's technically better. So that's a bit of a shame. I'm actually going to bring off Depay. He's on a yellow. He's got the least fitness. So I'm not going to risk him getting a red. I'm not going to risk anything that can potentially mess up this game. At the end of the day, we need an extra goal. So I think bringing on a fresh attacker is never a bad thing. Toussaint does very well to keep the ball into Fekir. Out to Hussein. Lovely touch. He's played absolutely wonderfully in the second half. And he grabs himself another brilliant goal. And it's Lyon 5, Valencia 1. Our home fans going crazy in this corner. And I mean, let's look at this. Toussaint fights to keep that ball desperately. Lovely touch out from his feet, in behind. Lovely finish across the goal. And Hussein grabs his second of the game, fourth of the season. And 5-1. So now we have a better head-to-head against Roma and Valencia. So if we do beat Man City, we'd have a better head-to-head record against all three teams in this competition. Now, admittedly, we may still finish second in the group, but the premise of the Champions League is ultimately head-to-head games. In the knockout rounds, it's all about head-to-head. You know, you can win one leg and, lose the next. But as long as you have the most goals, that's what matters. So, if we do beat Man City, we are in fine Champions League form. As surprising as that sounds, it sounds like I'm making up statistics. That is technically how it works. Fekir actually has 3 assists, a hat-trick of assists today, and a goal. So he's been absolutely phenomenal. Pineda, lovely spin turn. Is he going to grab a goal? He's not, unfortunately. Not right now, at least. But it's 92nd minute. It looks like it's going to be 5-1, unless something crazy happens now, which looks like they're going for. But Pongracic, lovely header into Sander Berg. Kondogbia of a reckless challenge. Gets the ball fairly, though. So Guedes can burst away, and Pongracic has been a very solid rock today. And we can burst away now. Hussein out to Fekir. Is this so? He hasn't quite got the pace, so he can't catch that. But 5-1, brilliant display. As I said, head-to-head record. If this was aggregate in the knockout rounds, it'd be 5-4 win for us. We beat and drew to Roma. So it's shocking. It sounds for us to be in second. Elsewhere, actually, Roma drew 2-2. David Silva keeping their Champions League hopes alive. So if they beat us, they still do go through. And potentially, actually, let's have a look at the table. Oh, we're actually into third now because of David Silva. So, we actually... we have to beat Man City to go through. Because if Roma draw with Valencia, they go to 9 points. So we can't catch them if we draw. But if Valencia beat Roma, they go on to 9 points. And a draw's still not enough. So we basically have to beat Man City, which is the premise of the competition. We have to beat Man City to have a better head-to-head record. So from top to bottom of this group is 2 points. We currently sit in the Europa League spot, which isn't... If this was the first season, I wouldn't be too disappointed. But the fact that we've already been to the Champions League final is a massive step back. So the Champions League group's wide open. So we have to beat Man City in, 2 weeks' time or something? Yeah, the 10th or the 12th, around 2 weeks' time. We have to beat Man City, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip ahead. We're going to change our focus now to the league campaign. I'm going to jump ahead to this Marseille game, and I'll catch you then. Here we are then, back again in the league campaign. We've switched our focus away from the Champions League for now. The focus is now on the league. Elsewhere, Bordeaux have won their game this weekend. So they do extend their lead to 6 points. Of course, we have a game in hand, so we can close that back up to 3. Surprisingly, actually, PSG, if they win their game in hand, would go 1 point behind us. So there's still actually immense pressure on us in both competitions. And we've only lost once here. We've lost twice in the Champions League. yeah, there's just immense pressure. This is what it means to be a title, challenging team. But yeah, today's Marseille versus Lyon, a historic rivalry, a game that we must win in my opinion, not only for our fans, but for our league campaign. But I think we're in fine form to do so. As you see here, Memphis has 9 goals, Mendy has a 7.55 rating, and Fekir has 8 assists. 4 player of the match awards. Pineda has an 86% pass completion. We're in fine form. We haven't lost for ages actually since the 1-0 loss to Man City. It's been a lot of green, a lot of yellow, admittedly, a lot of 1-1s, but we've scored 9 goals in our last 2 games and only conceded 1. So we're looking on better form now. The match preview, they're actually the favourites. Despite our form being better and having a better league position, and we've also won both times we've played Marseille, they are the favourites today. I don't know why, but they just are. Apparently the media see something that we don't know about. We have got a lot of unhappy players. Hussein wants a new contract. So we see how much he wants. Let's have a look. Let's get into this. Offer new contract. Let's see what he wants. 73k. He's currently on 24. You get 56. And changes to 10. He wants 70. No, that's so much. You can have 60k. And this goes to 10. Oh my god. Sorry if you can hear my mouse clicking away, but he's really not having this, is he? 10. I don't, because 5 games. I mean, he plays for let's see, have a look. Plays for France. Admittedly, they have a very solid squad, but at 21, he's probably going to get into their team fairly soon. And 5, with the amount of European games that happen, 5 appearances isn't even that much anymore. So, okay, let's see if he settles for this. He does, okay. So I've managed to shake him off 68k a week, up from 24. So he's gained a massive boat, almost 3 times the amount of money. And after 10 games, he goes up to 88k. So he's probably swindled us there a little bit, but you know what? We're not here for too much longer. Dombele, I've tried offering him loads of contracts. Mendy's, everyone's just unhappy in this squad. Apparently I must be an awful manager because half my squad's unhappy, but it is what it is. Dubois, you can come in today again. Dallo, have a little rest, mate. You're not looking too fit, and Dubois needs to step it up. So this is a game to do so. He can impress me here, hopefully feature a little bit more. But I'm going to run you through the lineup when we're side by side, so I can run you through theirs as well. They are on the left. So as you see, Mandanda, Hefty, Rami, Kaleta Carr, Matvienko, Strootman, Etebo, Bergwijn, Almiron, Dimitri Payet still there, and Munir up top. And then for us, it's Lopez, Mendy, Denea, Marcelo, Dubois. So no Pongracic today. Dombele, CDM, Toussaint and Pineda as the centre midfielders, with Fekir, Hussein and Depay, the same trio that played against Valencia up top. They've actually been performing very, very well today, or at least in this episode. Astoundingly against Valencia. We are in the navy and they're in the white and light blue, so we're kicking left to right. Pineda absolutely having a battle there on the midfield. It's, again, important we win here today. We dug deep, got a good result against Valencia despite falling behind. Hopefully we don't fall behind today because Marseille do have quite a good defensive record. Elsewhere, we made a mistake at the back. It's hit the outside of the post and Denea can scramble it away. Not very far though, but that's the end of the highlight. And yeah, that's a bit shaky. I feel like I recognise Almiron's name. Oh, I do. I've signed him before. Starts at Atlanta United. Yeah, so if anyone started a save on this game, try to pick up Almiron. Very good player. As you see, Man City snap him up very early on for 8.75 million. And he's already worth 25 million. So anyone playing this game, good, young, solid midfielder, can play in a more central position or in a cam. He's got, green across the board everywhere. Pick him up, very cheap. Will do your squad wonders. Hopefully he doesn't do wonders against us today, and that we can keep him quiet. But yeah, that's a bit shaky from us at the beginning, and we get very fortunate there. So less of that would be nice. And at this point, we've drawn 6 times, if as things stand, which is the most in the league. So tied with Strasbourg, but yeah, the most in the league. And maybe I need to stop adopting this tactic of let's just not lose, and I do need to get maybe a more superior mindset of let's actually win, because clearly, yeah, it's not doing us any favours right now. But we come away with Dubois. running forward. Can he whip in a nice cross? He does. We get fortunate this time. It bounces to Memphis off of their defender. Dubois gets the credit for the assist. It's his 10th of the season. So he's into double digits again. Of course, he easily made that last year. He's made it again. Lovely cross in. We get very fortunate. It bounces off that defender's head into Memphis Depay's feet. And we are 1-0 up away from home. And we close the gap in second. Back up to 3 points. And we luckily get our 10th win of the season, actually. So we've won quite a lot of games. I'm fairly happy. They, of course, have Zidane's son on the bench. Just don't think he'll be making an appearance today. But Payet with a free kick, dangerous area, off the post, and they've scored. I'm not going to say Etobo's first name because I don't think I can say it as well as I should be able to. But Etobo has scored the rebound from a free kick that hit the post, and they're back in the game. This time that shot bounced off our defender. So both teams a bit fortunate in their goals, but neither team can really complain, I guess, at the end of the day. They both got a lucky goal. They both got an unlucky goal against them. So they tie it up, and we're back down to second. We're still in second. We're probably going to stay second today, regardless of the result. But it means that, Saint Etienne could go above us. PSG could go above us if they win both their games in hand. It just opens up us to teams like Monaco, Reims, and that's half time. We've seen pretty much 2-3 highlights. It's 1-1, and not the result we're looking for right now. The assistant manager's done a very good team talk, apart from a couple players who are a bit stressed, but apart from that, very good team talk, and we kick things off in the second half. Of course, I think we were drawing or trailing at half-time in the Valencia game. In the second half, we really came alive, so maybe that's the same story today. I'm hoping they do kick in sometime soon, so they don't leave me on the edge of my seat, but it's actually a highlight for Marseille. Etobo into Hefty, Rami. They're playing very slowly here, slow and methodical it looks like. Lovely ball by Mandanda into Payet. Matvienko into Strootman. Up to Almiron, whips in a looping ball, and luckily we get it away. Is this the break? It's just not. And look back to Mandanda. They're playing very, very patiently, holding the ball nicely against us. Hefty into Bergwijn. They're not really forcing anything right now, although Bergwijn is. He bursts forward into Almiron. They play through Munir, and that's a wonderful save from Lopez, and Danea, nice, lovely tackle, gets it out for a throw-in. But we need to wake up here. We've switched off a little bit after half-time, and we need to kick ourselves up the behind, and really start paying attention here. I'm going to have to make some subs. Dallo can come on, Dubois on the yellow, I'm not risking that. Sunderberg can come on for Dombele, and Terrier can come on for Hussein. I'm going to switch him and Depay. Do that. And hopefully that kicks us on. That grabs us another goal, and we do get the 3 points today. Their manager's really screaming on the touchline. This is, I think, the second, third time they said focused or inspired by feedback. So their manager's screaming on the byline, trying to get them to kick on and grab the win for them. I'm going to let my team sort of crack on. My shouts haven't really worked in the past. I'm going to experiment one today. I'm going to say, get creative. Oh, they're all inspired. Look at that, mate. That's one of my better shouts, actually. But yeah, only 10 minutes left. Oh, their manager's doing a bit too much. They're all overwhelmed. So maybe this could be where we capitalise. We're inspired. They're overwhelmed. Mendy into Fekir. Memphis chases. He does get on the end of it. Runs to the byline, and it's a corner kick. We all saw what happened when we had a corner against Valencia. Can we repeat it today? No, because it's not even shown the highlight. The game's just mugged me off. They have a corner, actually. What a... Oh, my God. The whippage... I've just said whippage. The whip on that ball from Payet, and we get very fortunate that it's hit the post again, and I think that's it. I think 1-1 is the fate today. I think fitness is our issue, although I think I've jinxed it. Payet whips in another corner. Sanderberg, the 6'3" machine for us, gets it away, and that's it. Marseille 1, Lyon 1. And a game that was fairly quiet. I mean, there was a few highlights, mainly for them, actually. A lot of shots hit the post, but overall 1-1, pretty quiet game. Nothing too crazy happened, really. I guess 1-1's probably a result you half expect to see in a game like this, so does put a bit of a dent into our title challenge, as I said, Saint Etienne will probably overtake us now, as will PSG. So yeah, bit unfortunate from us, as teams like Monaco, Reims, Nice, and even Marseille themselves can start closing the gap. But like I said, I always have the mindset, as long as we don't lose, I can't complain too much. We keep the unbeaten run alive. So it's like 10-11 games now unbeaten. So I'm fairly happy with that. A lot of 1-1s though, as you see here, it's becoming a common theme. So I need to work out some analysis on that and how I'm going to rectify that, because Yeah, a lot of 1-1s is not what we need right now, especially if we're going to be replicating at least half the form, or even the form we had last year and better in it. So gonna work on that in between. I think as for next episode, I will probably bring you maybe Man City. Yeah, Man City and Toulouse. I think it will be. Of course, that Man City game's massively important, and Toulouse will be interesting to see where we are in the league after these 2 extra games and how things are shaping up around halfway into the season. So. And that is the end of today's episode. If you did enjoy, please drop a like, it helps out a ton. Subscribe for see daily Football Manager content, and I'll catch you tomorrow, guys. See you later.